Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Starman, and this movie is directed by John Carpenter, and it came out in 1984, starring Jeff Bridges and Karen Allen, and I really enjoyed this movie overall, and this movie does kind of remind me of E.T., and a lot of you might disagree with me on this one, and might get kind of upset, but I like this movie much better than E.T. I think it's much more enjoyable for me in terms of like what I'm looking for, and I just personally connected to it a lot, and I think that the characters are good, and I really liked the setup. I love the effects in the movie, even if this movie isn't just effects for the sake of effects. It's mostly just like a road trip movie, and it's also kind of a romance film, and I liked what we got from that, and everything that comes along with that, and overall it was just a really enjoyable movie, and I liked the chemistry between our two main leads. I thought that they had good chemistry together, and I like Jeff Bridges in the movie a lot. I thought he was really great, and he's basically just talking like a machine almost, and it's always entertaining to watch, and he has like no idea what is going on planet Earth. And as far as he's concerned, like this is all new to him, and it is, and what they do with that is always entertaining, and I liked the romance element of the movie a lot, and I think it works very well in this movie. I enjoyed how simple the movie was for the most part. There was this whole government angle where they're just trying to track down this alien and do experiments on him, and that stuff was my least favorite element of the movie, and I get it. It's just a means to like make the plot move along, and always have something to keep the characters moving more like faster, and I like the idea of doing that. And although I didn't hate it, it is kind of something I can do without in a way, where it's like, you probably didn't like need that really. Mostly because that's not like the core of what I'm after in the film. It's mostly just the romance and everything that comes along with that. And I like the comedy in the film. I do think this is a pretty funny movie, and there's some really nice effects in the film as well that I think hold up pretty well. Not all of them. Some of them do look dated, and you can tell that they're just standing in front of a blue screen at a couple points, but there are some points where the effects did look pretty cool, and that's mostly in the first 20 minutes, and I thought the effects were really great when, like, they matter and when they're actually convincing. And I also enjoyed the music in the movie, and I like the main theme for the movie. Even if it is used a couple too many times, I do like it whenever it comes back, and it does have a purpose in the movie, and it's very clear like what it's trying to be doing, and it does help out the film, I think, at least. And overall, this movie does hit the emotions that it's trying to, I feel, and it's always satisfying to watch, and there are some points where it does kind of feel like this is probably going to turn into exactly what I think it's going to be, and in some ways it is, but then you just watch the movie and it just works. And I don't know how they did it, but they managed to take something that is kind of goofy in concept but actually make it work, like have a romance between a regular human and an alien who basically has almost no form really, and they just slowly fall in love when they are going on this adventure. And in concept, I do find that a little weird, but I don't really mind it, to be perfectly honest, because of how things are presented, and I do think the movie looks nice, and I don't really have any complaints with how this movie is presented visually, and overall it just does everything that it has to, and it just works. And as far as complaints are concerned, there are some moments of cheese that kind of pull me out of it a little too much. Like, for example, there's a point in the movie where like the military is looking for this alien, and They don't know where he is. They're just blocking up traffic, having everyone get out of the cars and just form a single file line and just walk forward so they can check to see who's the alien. Like, if that isn't already ridiculous enough. Like, after that point, once that is revealed to be happening, like one of our Karen Allen, her character, she just asks one of the other people to do her a favor and just like make a distraction, like just have an explosion happen and maybe something will happen there. They don't really show you the plan or tell you it. They just cut and something's happening and an explosion happens and then the guy just drives away who caused the explosion. And literally, I'm not even kidding you, when that happens, literally all of the cops and all of the soldiers that are there just go after this one guy. Literally, everyone who is looking for the alien just leaves and goes after this whoever, and they don't even know if it's the alien. Maybe the alien's still in that line. They don't know that. Like, why did you all leave? And there are things like that in the movie where it's a little cheesy. And although there are points of cheese that don't really take me out of the movie and I do enjoy, sometimes it just goes a little too far, in my opinion. And I did have some issues with the editing. I felt as though there were a couple points where it just cut too soon and I was missing some information. And luckily, you can just fill in the gaps because it's not like something complicated. It's like nice and simple. It just felt weird how we got from point A to point B. Like the end of this scene and now we're getting into the start of this scene, and it just feels like there was a little bit of information that I was missing, maybe. But who knows, maybe I'll feel differently if I see this movie again. And overall, I really enjoyed the movie. I would highly recommend it. I thought it was great. And I would watch it again. So, with all that being said, I'm going to give Starman an 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Starman, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for The Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.